We want to update people on a statement we are now receiving from the Israeli army, known there as the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. It is headlined by saying this is the second stage of Operation Cast Lead begins. The objective, according to this release that we have just been given, says the objective of this stage is to destroy the terrorist infrastructure of the Hamas in the area of operation while taking control of some of the rocket launching area used by Hamas in order to greatly reduce the quantity of rockets fired at Israel and Israeli civilians. This makes sense because over the course of the last 8 days, we witnessed Israeli warplanes trying to hit those bunkers and the hideaways where Hamas, they say, had been keeping its weapons, its rockets, and now today it appears on the ground. They are trying to target the specific areas from which those rockets had been fired. Joining us now on the phone, or joining us now, we should say, from Tel Aviv, is a Middle Eastern analyst, Meir Java Danafar. Thank you for being with us. Give me a better understanding of what Israel's prime objective is right here, what they believe they can accomplish, and how long it will take them to do it.
I think the Israeli goal here, the ultimate political goal is, as Professor Butler correctly said, it's to get Hamas to sign a permanent ceasefire. I don't believe for a moment that the Israeli government has any intention to bring a regime change or to put PLO in charge of Hamas, in charge of Gaza, because Israel has no capability to do that. I think for now the Israeli Defense Forces are going to ensure that maximum pressure is applied on Hamas by destroying the weapon storage facilities, by destroying their tunnels and destroying their missile capabilities, so that the Hamas leadership realizes that the cost of continuing the fight against Israel is too high, and that they sign the agreement, and the cost inflicted on Hamas will turn into a deterrence capability in favor of Israel, which will avert further attacks by Hamas against southern Israeli cities.
Mayor, help me understand what the average Israeli on the street is saying right now. 2.5 years ago, during the war with Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, it started with support for this effort. They were furious about the rockets being fired into their communities, into their towns, into their villages. But then after the death toll, the Israeli soldier death toll grew, there quickly became a much larger opposition. So right now, how much can Israelis stomach? What are they willing to accept?
This country is very, sensitive to casualties. We are a small country, and people could turn their opinion if the casualties increase. But there's one distinct difference between Hamas and Hezbollah here. In 2006, Hamas came and kidnapped 2 Israeli soldiers, and that led to a war. In this case, Hezbollah came and kidnapped 2 soldiers. Here, in this case, Hamas has been making the lives of something like 100,000 Israelis very difficult to live. So there is a much bigger consensus in Israel for action in order to stop Hamas firing on Israeli citizens in the south. So I would say in this case there could be a little bit higher tolerance for casualties, although I think the Israeli public will want their government to end this operation successfully and quickly.